Man, what a week for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Sim Update 12 Beta hit yesterday, the first release for us beta testers that are out there. And now today in the marketplace, available free to everybody, World Update 12. Now there is a difference. Sim Update 12 is fixes and features. World Update 12 is changes to the world or improvements to the world. In this case, it is New Zealand. And I must say I'm a little bummed out. I was really hoping to get to see more of it, but it's not the best weather. Now, why am I flying with this weather? Well, I'm flying with real world weather because part of the Sim Update, not the World, the Sim Update 12 Beta includes a new feature for Turbulence. So now you're not going to see this if you do the World Update. I don't think it was included in that. I didn't see it anywhere it's listed, and it would be kind of odd for it to be, because they don't usually include features and fixes in the World Updates. That's usually just an improvement and an addition to an area of the world. So, that being said, the version of Flight Simulator that I am currently running is 1.31.18.0. You can see it down in the corner. It's 1.31.18.0, and that's a beta release of Sim Update 12. And one of the options included, and I'll put a link to where some of the changelog is. It's easiest to find in the Microsoft Flight Sim forum, the online community forum. It's a very long list. The official date of its release is scheduled for March. It is March 21st, I believe, is when it is scheduled to go live officially on March 21st. Now, it may not, you never know, it always can be delays. But it is a major upgrade to the simulator. There are numerous changes and improvements across the board. And so we are testing it. The first beta is now available and we are testing it. So there's new features, there's new additions, there's fixes, there's fixes to a lot of the 40th anniversary edition aircraft that we got with the release in November. The new feature that I was talking about earlier is to customize the intensity of turbulence experience during flight. Now you should be able to see that in this flight. You should be able to see that I am experiencing some of the turbulence. So the setting is under Assistance Options, Piloting Turbulence, and you have low, medium, and realistic. In realistic, turbulence is simulated with accurate intensity for the current altitude and weather and environment. If it is set to medium or low, the turbulence is reduced. The values are reduced, the wind direction and speed become more stable. I wish the weather was a little bit nicer here. I'd like to see New Zealand, but I'll come back again. I'm sure it'll be nicer weather on another day. And again, I'm flying real world weather because I wanted the turbulence, and the turbulence says it applies to real world turbulence. So you got realistic, low, and medium. I am flying realistic, as with all my other settings. Now, if you're not a beta tester, you will not see that option in your menu, but you are able to, at this point, go into the marketplace and get the World Update 12. New Zealand. New Zealand has hit. Now, for you to download New Zealand and run it, you have to confirm that your simulator is version 1.30.12. Not like mine, not 1.31.18, that's the beta, but you need 1.30.12.0 in order to download World Update 12. I love it. It says take in the natural beauty. Well, today, if you want to take in the natural beauty, just you're gonna have to change and fly with custom weather. But it's got a lot of network cities: Auckland, Christchurch, Hamilton, Nelson, Queenstown. I'm not sure what that means. Triangulated irregular network cities in the cities. I don't know what that means. But lots of points of interest. Oh my goodness, a ton of them. Quite a few lighthouses. The area where we started this video, which you could not see, is the site of the Hobbiton Village movie set. So there's a lot here, a lot added in, a lot, the mountains, the skyline, the sky tower, bridges, different ski areas. So it's going to have the, well, we call them sky cars. I can't even think of now what they're called, but the cable cars that take you up the sides of the mountains. I wouldn't ride one personally, I'm scared to death of heights. I'll fly, but I won't get in one of them silly things. Any handcrafted airports: Gisborne, Milford Sound, Martins Bay, Gorge River, and the list goes on. 3 bush trips, 3 discovery flights, 4 landing challenges. The screenshots in the flightsimulator.com post really look beautiful. So I'm anxious to come here during the day. The performance of World Update 12 combined with the first beta of Sim Update 12 seems to be quite good. Very smooth. I fly a 3070 RTX. It's a laptop. I fly SteamVR with virtual desktop and the Quest 2 headset. I use virtual desktop because I like to be wireless, and my computer doesn't really have the appropriate ports for a cable. I have tried the AirLink. I have tried the Quest Link cable directly. I don't use the Oculus software. My SteamVR Quest desktop, virtual desktop, and I have a video on my channel showing all the settings. I just released it, and probably less than a month ago at this point. But it has every setting: my computer settings, my file settings, my SteamVR, my virtual desktop. All my settings are there. And I have not changed them. I am flying with the same settings right now, using Sim Update 12 and World Update 12, and I have not changed my settings. Now, one thing I should point out is my colors may look a little darker than what you will see because I use the OpenXR toolkit to control the colors of the world, and I have my sunglasses on right now. The dark sunglasses are enabled right now. I probably should turn them off when it's overcast. But quite frankly, I just didn't think of it. So it's kind of nice that it is overcast and rainy though, because normally I don't like to fly like this, because I find that when I gotta generate this much cloud cover, it tends to give me a little less performance than what I get if it's just, you know, a few scattered clouds or man, I can't talk. I'm enjoying my flight too much. Or talk about enjoying flights. Before I downloaded and put in the World Update 12 for New Zealand, I was flying around the mountains of Papua New Guinea. And I I gotta say, it was absolutely astounding. It really reminded me what flying is all about and why I love flying. I love to zoom around at treetop level at 300 or 400 miles an hour in the Spitfire or, you know, the GB or one of those beautiful aircraft, the Hawker Hurricane, Hellcat, any of those aircraft. I love it. I love getting down there and doing it. But being in an aircraft like this, and this is the same aircraft that I was just flying around Papua New Guinea, and I'll put the video up. I know most people will watch about 3 or 4 minutes, and of course those people aren't even listening now because we're well past the 3-minute mark. So, but I know that there's a lot of you that will watch the whole video, and you'll watch the next one that I put up from Papua New Guinea, or New Guinea area. I'm not sure what it is. Papua New Guinea, or New Guinea is the name of the entire area, but it's a beautiful area, and it was an absolutely beautiful flight from takeoff to landing. The turbulence again is pronounced. You can definitely see it in the flight. The skies have just a few clouds, so it is nice flying conditions for flying and for recording the plane. And like I said, you know, I was flying along, just looking at the scenery. It was moving along smoothly. Again, this was prior to World Update 12, but I was running Sim Update 12. Get so confused. I hate when the numbers are in sync. Running Sim Update 12 in the beginning, it was absolutely beautiful. It just reminded me, like I said, of why I really love flying. Just a beautiful, peaceful, nice flight. Landing was just perfect. It was beautiful, and it was a good flight. It was really enjoyable. This one here, well, I am flying instruments right now. You can see. I can see a little bit of ground if I look down left and right, but at this point, I'd much rather concentrate on my horizon that's in the cockpit as opposed to trying to determine for sure what it is outside the cockpit. There's an airport up here, so we're gonna have a nice place to land. And I'm not messing with radios. When I'm flying for myself and actually doing the flight, I I love that. I do use the radio. I fly a lot more appropriate. I fly more legally, let's say. You know, I don't taxi without permission. I don't take off without permission. I don't land without permission. I try and make sure I get permission to cross airspace. I don't do that when I'm recording a video like this. You know, if I got recording doing it, if I got recording happening, then I don't worry about the radio. I don't worry about making sure I fly appropriately. Like I said, when I'm just sitting down and I know I'm not going to record, and when I record, I tend to not concentrate sometimes like now. I didn't realize after a long time that the sound of my engine was not right because I never backed off my prop. And so normally when I'm flying, you know, something like that, I'll hear it. I'll hear the sound of the wind and the engine and everything else, and I know when they're not right. But I tend not to worry about that when I'm flying or a recording. I'm trying to think, you know, okay, what should I show? How can I demonstrate the performance or what it is that I'm trying to discuss? Like in this case, this is World Update 12, but I'm not really doing a very good job of demonstrating how nicely New Zealand looks. However, I must say that the quality of the terrain as we've been approaching this airport has been very, very nice. from what I've been able to see. But this, I kind of wanted to do the Turbulence. I think if I say again one more time, I'm gonna zap myself with a paddle card. I hate when there's a word that gets repeated either by myself or I have a hard time even when I'm at a conference or some training and the speaker does it. 500. And it may not be the word again, it could be anything. After a while, I find myself counting how many times he says that or she says the word as opposed to what they're actually talking about. So I try to be very conscious. I also try to be conscious of not going, which I think if you listen to my videos, you notice I do not do. If I do, it's very rare. Boy, we have got some. Lost my deal. Okay. Bit of a crossword. Crosswind and wet, slippery. More red light, more red light, and we'll be all right. Here we go. All right. Yeah, crosswind and slippery, wet. Yeah, wow, oh man, that wind is, oh boy. Alright, yeah, definitely needing the aileron here, because that wind right now wants to flip this dang bird right over on its left side. Wow. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So, yeah, it looks like global warming, wow. Yeah, so turbulence. Definite difference in the beta release of the sim update. So I'm anxious for you guys to be able to get this. Yeah, look at the windsock over here. What do we got? 3 knots per segment, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So about 12 and a half maybe. 12 and a half knots on the crosswind. And you saw it was definite cross. I mean, that was as big cross as you could get. Quite a right angle, quite a bit. So a lot of fun. Nice flight, even though it was rainy and it was slippery and it was wet. It was enjoyable. Got to see a little bit of New Zealand. Coming back for the mountains when the weather's nicer. I'm gonna find Hobbiton and see if I can find that. Maybe I'll look for that in the helicopter. That might be fun for the helicopter. Up the side of this guy. Not quite on the mark, but looking at before it's empty enough, I don't think it should be over. Hey, thanks for watching. See you in the skies.